Infinite shock trap, anyone? Oh yes, this is so much fun! Oh, yes indeed, fellow hunters. Today we keep a savage Deviljho locked down from the moment he arrives until the moment that he dies. And it's really quite simple to pull off. This is a fun little experiment I thought of doing, and I, well, did it.
Okay.
Because, right, it makes sense when you think about it. If you have enough people the right route, you should in theory be able to permanently trap something, even allowing for it building up so much resistance that it instantly gets out of every trap, which it does, but it doesn't matter. Because what I noticed is that I say this like I noticed it, like no one has ever seen this before! I am a monster hunter genius! But you know, at the end of every trap, the monster does a little, oh god, that was, I'm free now! Recovery animation, and that animation never changes in length no matter how long the shock trap lasts. So even at full resistance and instant get-outs, they still have to spend a couple seconds being all like, whoa, I say, that was shocking! And in that time, they can be trapped again, and again, and again, and again, and again, up to potentially 12 times, 3 per person, 2 crafted on the spot and 1 already made. So if you can find a location whereby the run to the tent and back to the trapped monster is short enough, well, you can just keep it trapped forever. And this works in a few spots in the guiding lands. In fact, spam trapping, it almost accidentally does something almost like this in just leveling up your lands. But can it work in a hunt? Can it work on something like Savage Deviljho? Imagine if you had a tempered one on the Elder's Recess. This is just free, quick decorations, and that's kind of a fun little practical use if you have, I don't know, a bunch of shock traps and free friends. And I know! Imagine having free friends! These 3 only did it out of pity because I wouldn't stop asking. So the basic route and plan is simple. You start the quest, you find the Savage Deviljho, you make him real angry, and then you lure him over to a shock trap placed as close to Camp 1 as you can get. It's like an invisible wall where traps just activate as placeable once you pass it. So he gets caught in that, and then you only need 3 hunters to do this, and even then there's quite a lot of wiggle room time-wise to overlap. The first hunter places the trap. As soon as it ends and another one can be placed, you place it, because Deviljho can't even go into the next one until he's finished his, oh, that was awful, animation. So they do that 3 times, then they sprint to the tent, resupply, come back and wait in line once more, while the second person does the same thing, then the third, and then we're back round to the beginning of the queue. So why only 3 people? Well, you only need 3 people, but that leaves me, the 4th, to just absolutely wail on the Deviljho, and it really is wail on it. Behold, I mean, as you've been seeing, the most incredible sustained greatsword DPS, the most incredible Savage Deviljho kill you will ever see! Yeah, make sure you kill the Banos, or it can complicate things. So after that, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna swap to something that doesn't have me moving all around the place like Greatsword does, and we ended up with this set on the brokenness that is the Zinogre Heavy Bowgun. Yes, Zenoga, you're very proud, I get it. And we just stand there absolutely wailing on it until it dies, while the sequence goes over and over and over. And it is a lot of fun to just stand there constantly wailing on the Joe. Now you can do a little bit more damage if you aim towards chest and head, but the thing is that is constantly flailing around because of the traps, which means you miss and go out of range and get lower numbers, and overall the sustained DPS is less than just tenderizing the very kind of still leg and just going at it. But eventually, after just 5 minutes-ish of sustained fire, the Deviljho doth fall. And that's quite ridiculous, right? That's the power of being able to just do damage and never have to avoid or stop. You chew through a multiplayer scaled Savage Deviljho by yourself in 5 minutes. But I kind of wanted to take it even further than that, so I ended up with a Fortifying Feline Heroics attempt, which lined up even better, and this time we did end up capturing him too, just to speed up the process somewhat, and hitting those kind of numbers per blast, nearly 50 a pellet, is just absolutely, utterly ridiculous. Truly, we are the gods of shock trap. But eventually, he doth get capped too, and that truly is the electric boogaloo. And with this method, it took just over 3 minutes of beating on him. 3 minutes, killing multiplayer scale Deviljho from just one person's damage. I mean, come on, that's awesome. So I thought this was a lot of fun and I wanted to share it with you. It might have been done before, but it hasn't as far as I can tell. But either way, it was just fantastic to pull off, and I am really glad we did it. The set for the shock trappers, you just need a little bit of earplugs in case of a stray roar. It didn't happen to us. Intimidator, so the Bana stop attacking you, and then flinch free so you don't accidentally get tripped while placing your traps from the blasting heavy bowgunner. In fact, there's so much spare time between the overlap of all three that you can do a little bit of trickle damage as one of the trap placers too while you're waiting for your turn. In fact, if you add in pitfalls as well, you could do this even faster, but it doesn't look quite as good, so that's why we did it. Alright guys, let me know what you thought of that. Let me know if you like more little experiments like this. Like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Oh, and we did test the fastest loop to do with both Lance and Farcastering, and at least this camp, it's clearly running. Some camps it's Farcaster, and trust me, no camps, it's Lance. Goodbye!
Rage Gaming with the video float.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kind of relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.